Punctuating quotations. You're up late, putting the final touches on your research paper. You've worked hard to blend in key quotations from sources for support. Now, how should you punctuate the quotations to ensure their maximum effectiveness? Here are the rules you need. 1. Commas and quote marks. In American printing, when a quotation is followed by a comma, the comma appears inside the quotation marks, which come in pairs to mark the quote's beginning and end. Example, quotation, "It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop," comma, close quotation marks, according to the Chinese philosopher Confucius. 2. Periods and quote marks. Periods, like commas, are placed inside quotation marks at the end of a sentence. Example, according to Van Meter and Swan 2014, comma, quotation, "Freshwater salinization is becoming a year-round phenomenon due to long-term storage and transport of road salt ions," end quotation. Page 322, period. 3. Punctuating signal phrases. A signal phrase is used to identify the quotation source. When a punctuation mark introduces a quotation, the punctuation does not appear inside the quotation marks. Example, according to animal behaviorist Philip Lerner, page 12, comma, quotation, "Coyotes possess a vocabulary of 11 distinct sounds used with family members," period, close quotations. The same signal phrase can also be placed at the end of the quotation. Quotation, "Coyotes possess a vocabulary of 11 distinct sounds used with family members," comma, close quotation, according to animal behaviorist Philip Lerner, page 12, period. Because the comma is used directly after the quote, it appears inside the quotation marks. 4. Colons to introduce quotations. A colon can be used to introduce a quotation if the colon follows a complete sentence, as in this example. "Leadership generosity is about more than pay raises, colon, quotation. Generosity in leadership means giving someone a chance to innovate, providing praise, and showing respect," close quotation. Nearbaum, comma, 2020, comma, paragraph 5, period. 5. Locators with periods and commas. Quotations usually require locator numbers for the page, paragraph, section, line, or chapter where the quotation appears. The locator number goes after the quotation marks and before the sentence period. Example, according to SpaceX 2021, comma, "The all-civilian mission is, quote, designed to advance human health on Earth and during future long-duration space flights," close quotation marks, paragraph 5, period. If the quotation appears mid-sentence, the locator number appears after the quotation marks and before any following punctuation. Example, "The all-civilian mission is, quote, designed to advance human health on Earth and during future long-duration space flights," close quotation, parentheses, paragraph 5, close parentheses, comma, according to the private firm SpaceX. 6. Locators with colons and semicolons. Colons and semicolons used to connect initial quotations appear outside quotation marks after the quote's locator number. Example, quotation, "Water is the primary way we will feel the effects of climate change," close quotation, parentheses, paragraph 1, close parentheses, colon. This prediction by the United Nations 2020 has become reality in our planet's arid regions. Example 2, quotation, "Water is the primary way we will feel the effects of climate change," end quotation, paragraph 1, semicolon. This prediction by the United Nations 2020 has become reality in our planet's arid regions. 7. Question marks and quotations. Question marks appear inside quotation marks when the source asks the question. Example, quotation, "How can I melt the sidewalk ice without polluting my city's pond water?" Question mark, close quotation. Ms. Smith asked. Question marks appear outside the quotation marks when you ask the question. Should the government regulate the use of salt, that is, according to Van Meter and Swan, comma, a, quote, constant constraint of zooplankton community structure, close quotation, question mark. 8. Exclamation marks and quotations. Like question marks, exclamation marks appear inside quotation marks. In academic writing, exclamation marks should be used only when they are part of the original source. Example, quotation, I fear for the fate of our oceans, exclamation mark, close quotation, a scientist shouted at the conference, period. 9. Quote within a quote. When you quote a source that quotes another source, use single quotes around the quote within a quote. Keep the quotation marks together. Commas and periods go inside quote marks. Semicolons and colons go outside quotation marks. Some legislators were skeptical about the bill being passed, quote, I have no confidence in these so-called, quote, backsliding politicians, comma, end quote, one said, period. 10. Citation styles. The examples presented above are intended to demonstrate punctuation only. For correct citation formats, please check the style guides for APA, MLA, Chicago, or other guide being used in your class.